ಕಲ್ಪತರು ವನವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಗಿಡವೆಲ್ಲ ಮರುದೇವಣಿ ಗಿಡವೆಲ್ಲ ಮರುದೇವಣಿ ವನವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ವನವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಗಿಡವೆಲ್ಲ ಮರುದೇವಣಿ ಗಿಡವೆಲ್ಲ ಮರುದೇವಣಿ ವನವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ಪತರು.
Hi, good morning students. Had your breakfast? Yes, very good. I too I had my breakfast. Okay, my dear students, today welcome back to the social study class, the part of sociology, the class of 10th standard. Today we are going to know about the new chapter, that is social stratification. Yes, samajika sthara vinyasa. Yes, my dear students, you have coming from many background classes, and also your parents are doing some different and various jobs and various works. Some are parents are working as a engineer, some of the parents are working as a teachers, some of the parents are working as a doctors, and also some of the parents are coming from the background of agriculture. Yes, this is the what we call the professional difference. Yes, and also you are coming from different classes, like different castes and different religions. Yes, and also your parents earns some parents of the income of the some parents are 2 lakhs per annum. Some of the parents are earning 6 lakhs per annum. Some of the parents are earning 1 lakh per annum, like this. We have various income based families, and also you are living in a villages and towns with the surrounding of a variety of classes and castes and religions, peoples who are surrounding, living with your surroundings. Yes, let us today let us know about the regarding these topic, that is social stratification. Yes, regarding this chapter we are going to know about some important aspects like social inequality in education, social inequality in gender, in social inequality in profession, in social inequality in income, and social inequality in opportunities. and many others. And also, we are going to know about the social stratification. What is social stratification? Then untouchability as a social problem. The untouchability as a social problem. We read untouchability as a social problem, and also legal steps to eradicate the untouchability. Yes, these are the major important points we are going to know about this chapter, in this chapter. Yes, today, my dear students, inequality, yes, every day we are facing the various times the same problem, that is social inequality. Yes, what is the proof of social inequality? Yes, I was told you are here sitting in different genders. Here in the sitting in this side, females, girls are in this side, boys. This is the gender inequality. And also your parents also coming doing various professions, like some are engineers, some are doctors, some are agricultural background, and different classes and different race. Yes, these are the proof of the social inequality. The fact that people are stratified according to the various qualities, like what I told these. What are the social inequalities we are facing every day? Yes, we are facing every day. We are the social inequalities. So they are income sources. Social inequalities in the income sources. Some parents are their income is 6 lakh. Some parents our income is 2 lakhs. Some incomes are 50,000 per annum. Like this. This is the social inequalities in income source, in the income source, and also education and professional opportunities and health facilities, and also political representation and participation. Yes, these are called the social inequalities. Yes. What are the constitutional provisions for social equality? Yes, the social justice means samajika nyaya, the social justice aspect of education. Is samajika nyaya the uddesha shikshana, so the social justice aspect of education can be seen in the directive policies, which is giving in the preamble of the Constitution of India. Under Article 39, it is said that providing social justice and the people welfare and the duty of the state government. And the next constitutional provisions for the social equality under the 86th amendment to the Constitution, Article 21A says free and compulsory education to all children between 6 to 14 years. That is fundamental right for the children. 6 to 14 years. Each and every children should get their education. That is the fundamental right for every children. No, that is comes under the 21 Article 21A, the amendment of 86th amendment of the Constitution. Then Article 45 says, what Article 45 says? To all children under the 14 years should be provided with a free and compulsory education. That Article 19 says that right to speak and right to express one's own opinion is the fundamental right. Yes. Anybody says in anywhere, don't talk. If anybody says don't talk, you do not stop your talk. You do not stop to say your opinion, because it is your right. Because it is your right under the Article 19. That is right to speak. Everyone right to speak and right to express his own opinion. That is also the fundamental right. Article 29 provides for the protection of cultural rights of the minorities. And also Article 30 provides for the establishment of minority education institutions. And Article 46, that should be clearly expressed, that is the duty of government to support education interest of scheduled caste and tribes. The education interest about the SC and ST, what we call in a short form. Yes. Then some of the court decisions are also mentioned in this chapter for social equality. That is the Article 21 said about ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಲೈಫ್, ಬದುಕಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕುವ ಹಕ್ಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ? ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 21 ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಬೈ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ರೈಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ರೈಟ್. ಶಾಲೆಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಪಡಿತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಹಕ್ಕು. ದ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ದ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. And also Article 21A, the Supreme Court of India, in its judgment in the case of Unni Krishnan and versus Andhra Pradesh. The case of Unni Krishna versus Andhra Pradesh, the Supreme Court judgment, according to the Article 21A, what does it say? It said that under Article 21A, getting free and compulsory education by all children between the 6 to 14 years children. That is the fundamental right of the every children. And also all the citizens of the country have the basic right for education. That is, it is the part of right to live. Yes. Then gender equality, this is also like a very bad evil. This is a gender inequality we can see in our society. In the reality, our social perspectives are interdependent. Yes, it means one person's thoughts are influenced by other thoughts. Yes, understand, my dear students? It means one person's thoughts are influenced by others' thoughts. Such influences on an individual are maybe due to the thoughts of the family members or from the neighbors. ಒಬ್ಬರ ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರ ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳಿಂದ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತವಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಒಬ್ಬರ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳು ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರ ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳಿಂದ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತವಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಬಾಯ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಮೋರ್ in the social sphere of a human life. Yes, there is more gender based inequality in access to school education. food and health facilities. Then, gender inequality. According to 2015 and 16 National Family Health Survey, according to the 2015 and 16 National Health Survey, Family Health Survey said, rural women of Karnataka have a body mass index of the rural women of Karnataka, according to the 2015 and 16 National Health Survey. The body mass index is 24.3, whereas the urban area of women of 16.2. See, what is the difference in between the urban women and the rural women? The rural women having the body mass index is 24.3, and the urban area woman is body mass index is the 16.2. Yes, this is the what we are difference in women's body mass index, BMI. Gender equality. This means the women have lesser BMI, lesser body mass index. Is it 60.9 of the children between 6 to 56 months have severe anemia? Why? Because of the difference of BMI is the cause of difference of BMI is to anemia. 60% of 60.9 of the children between 6 to 56 months have severe anemia. So what can we do to overcome this gender discrimination? What can we do? In this scenario, the development should include the food and nutrition security to the women and children. Yes. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕೀಗ? ನಾವು ಊಟ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಆಹಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇರುವಂತೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೌದಾ? ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದ ಜೆಂಡರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಎಸ್, the human society has committed the practice of classifying the people as superior and inferior and upper and lower, and assigning a differential roles and status in our society. This method of dividing the people into different strata and then assigning different roles and status in the society is called the social stratification. Yes, what are the features of social stratification? Let us know. Social stratification is a social in nature. The stratification is based on the social recognition and importance, but not on any physical traits. For example, once again, the stratification is based on the social recognition. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಗುರುತಿಸುವಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಸ್ತರವಿನ್ಯಾಸ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, and also importance but not any physical traits. For example, a person's status is not fixed on the physical traits like height, beauty and strength, but it is based on his education. It is based on his education and his income and his profession and his skill and other social traits. These are shows the social stratification. Then social stratification is second feature of social stratification is social stratification is universal. How can we say social stratification is universal? Yes, whenever human society exists, wherever human societies exist, social stratification exists is based on the division of labor. Division of labor. ಒಂದು ಶ್ರಮ ವಿಭಜನೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And profession also, and income and other items. Yes. Then the third feature of social stratification is social stratification is not found in present days, not only found in the present days. It is a ancient. Social stratification is from ancient. ಅಂದರೆ ಬಹಳ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಿಂದಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಸ್ತರ ವಿನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಎಸ್, ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದ ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. Social stratification is found in the previous, the ancient society as well as the modern civilized societies. Then the another feature of the social stratification is the social stratification exists in the different ways. Yes, the social stratification exists in different names in different areas. For example, in the ancient Rome, differences were there between the plebeians and patricians. Similarly, in India, there are 4 groups of people like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are based on the karma theory. In the same way, there is social stratification in the ancient Rome, that is the plebeians and patricians, like this. Then, what are the major forms of social stratifications? Okay. My dear students, different forms of social stratification from the ancient world till the digital world. Yes, different forms of social stratification from the ancient world till the digital world. That is primitive society, slavery, estate system, Varna system like this, and caste system. Yes. Yes. Untouchability. Yes. What is creation? They are called Kshatriyas, and Vyasas, they look after the business, and also Shudras, they are manual laborers. They are manual laborers to use for constructing the temples, buildings, roads, drainages like this. These are called the Shudras. All the people who belong to these 4 groups are expected to perform their respective roles. Right? The 5th group is there. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. There are 4. And one more group is there. That is called 5th group, which were considered as the untouchables. Yes, these untouchables were never considered as humans. They are never considered as humans. The practice of untouchability has its beginnings in Varna system. The issue of touchable and untouchable, the issue of touchable and untouchable is related to the profane and sacred ideas, sacred ideas. Based on inequality in socio-economic areas of life, the British government, through its Indian Government Act of 1935, India Government Act 1935, classified the untouchable and the tribal people as scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. After the implementation of India Government Act of 1935, an analysis of why a group of people stayed outside the village, whether they came from outside or were pushed outside, yes, provides an answer to the birth and practice of untouchability. This was said by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This analysis of why a group of people stayed outside the village, or whether they came from the outside and were pushed from outside, and provides an answer to the birth. Yes, and they are also practice untouchability. These words are said by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. According to Gandhiji, untouchability is a heinous expression of caste system. And this is leprosy attached to Hindu skin. This is like a leprosy attached to the Hindu skin. Ambedkar's fight to address this issue of untouchability in a notable one. Yes, what are the problems of untouchability? Yes, the first one, the lowest position in the social strata. Yes, the untouchability, it occupies the lowest position in the strata of caste-based society. According to Monu, in his writing in Smruti, anyone who touches the untouchables had to undergo the purification at many times. According to the Monu Smruti. As per Smruti, if a touchable person comes within the distance of the tail of a cow, with an untouchable, he could purity himself with a bath. Yes, as per the Vyagrapada and Smruti, if a touchable person comes from within the distance of tail of a cow, with an untouchable, he could purity himself with a bath. In a Malabar, the untouchable who prepare footwear were barred from using them. Yes, they were not allowed to touch well tanks and cometry used by the touchables. Yes, the lowest position in the social strata. Yes, this is the major problem of untouchables. And also, they expected to carry the night soil and also dead animals and other filthy jobs, according to the B. Swami, what is said. They were assigned the lowest possible position in the caste system. Their birth was main reason, untouchable birth was main reason for this restriction on their social mobility. So the second important problem of untouchability is they were kept out of the education. Untouchables were kept out of the education for many centuries. They were not supposed to listen the Veda recitation nor recite them also. They were barred from learning. These are the major problems which were faced by the untouchables. Then the denial of property rights. Yes, traditionally the untouchables were not allowed to own any property. What kind of evil this one is? Very bad. Yes, they were only expected to serve their masters as a slaveries. Sitting the denial of such rights in the Dharma Shastras, the untouchables were denied property rights. This is inhuman and also the violation of basic human rights. Yes. After this, for getting independence, the new constitution was uttered. Through this constitution, to try to eradicate the untouchabilities, there are many steps to take the eradicate the untouchability.